Yes. Man, it's just one of those days. It's all about the he say, she say. Oh shit, you can come and get it. It's all about the he say, she say. Bullshit. Man. I think I'm ready to. That nap helped a lot. So, okay, I'm gonna have to have this because this is a very specific request for this map. So I gotta have that up. Inside map with this tile set is kind of weird. But I think, yeah, we could make this work. The tile set's a bit weird, kind of. Maybe it's because it's more like desert focused than it is anything. But yeah, we could make it work. Alright, so this might be a bit hard. Especially because they did request to try to make the runes different if possible, but the issue is a lot of these, well, due to the limited tile set we have, it is super hard. I'm going to lower this music volume a bit. Alright, and now it's, how do I want to do this? Looking. Evening, Chris. Happy you could join. I think. Do we want to do the entry from the back or the front? I want to say the. I think. I'm gonna just assume the commissioner won it from the back, from this back over here. So, how do we want to start this? Issue with, I think this tile set's actually, the tile set, I think the base map is big enough for what my commissioner wants, so we could do with that. Let's see. How many rooms did he specify any room number? I think he said 3, right? He didn't even give me a specific number. This fuck. What's the concept behind this map? So, the description the commissioner gave me was, so basically it's an inside. Okay, he's French. His first language is in English. So basically, it would be an inside map. First off, where you visit ruins, which I'm gonna. How he says that is so weird. And like ruins is technically an inside thing, with a series of rooms. So series, I think. I don't know. He didn't specify how many rooms. Different looking and possible. We'll try our best on that part. The runes are used by the cult, because the evil. The tile set would be the one used in chapter 7 and 8, which I already have that set up. And then make the last room look at be the biggest. with this possible most features because it's the most important room. It's good. He just didn't give me a lot of info. Inside map. And then we're on an uphill battle with this tile set for an inside map. But we can make this work. Door. So I think, how am I going to tackle this? I think we're gonna have the maybe see have them. Yeah, we can have the we're gonna just do this as a baseline. See, so it's bleh, sorry, I did not need all that. Have this as a baseline for where the units will spawn. And then I think this works. Let's see. Is this tile set bigger than it is, or no? It's just weird. FEU builder, man. It is one of those. Let's see. Alright. So I don't think we have a normal sand one. No, these are walls. Okay, I wanted 2 tiles, now just 1. There we go. We could have this room have a little bit of sand in it since I think... Yeah, I don't think he said anything about it. Yeah, no, so we could have this be a little sandy. Still kind of looks weird, but if anything, we could change it later. This one looks better, but eh. What if we do this? Okay, that looks better than, makes this different than that. So, maybe no, the grays. I think the okay, so the matching grays on the inside. Okay, so we do this maybe. Yeah, that looks good. And then, no, definitely not. Sup LTA, happy you can make it. No, we probably want less sand shown. I kind of have an idea. Since he didn't really specify that the rooms have to be a specific theme, I think I want to make one like a pure sand theme. I think it'd be funny. That looks weird. Maybe something... Yeah, we could leave it like this and then have the tiles be a little normal. This isn't a bad tile set to be working with, but it also just kind of feels weird to have. Yeah, then we could just do this. I'm gonna just go with 4 rooms because I feel like 4 is a good medium. Guess we do need to resize this. Add more to the left, maybe. Let's see. Starting from here. 1, 2. Starting from here, 1, 2, 3. Let me just take this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want 4 more on the left to make it more equal. Yep, there we go. This is probably going to be a bigger map. Personally, I'm against bigger maps, but if we're trying to match a thematic here, I think that's fine. God, it's going to be so hard to work with. I am so not used to doing with inside maps, but especially with this tile set. Nothing complaining about the tile set. We got it. Let's work. See here. So, how do we want this first room to end out? Because we're going to do, because I just got a message, 4 rooms, they have to be unique. Well, as unique as we can with this tile set. I think we could probably, how do we want to represent, I guess we could use a throne tile to represent a room. So, maybe have, no, let's not place any thrones just yet. Because I feel like if we place a throne, we had to move it. So maybe we could do a little messing with elevation here. But not like that, that is. Yeah, not something like that. Now I gotta look for this other side of the. How did Tombs of Horror did it? I don't want to. Let me give me just a second. I want to see how Tombs of Horror did their. As it does, Tombs of Horror even have stairs in it. Am I misremembering? Tombs of Horror. I got a D&D thing. That's what tiles did they Okay, so they just like place a wall. Okay. Okay, now I get it. So we definitely still want. Then. So how you guys been today? I feel like we have. I'm more super focused on this. I think we could just. Like I said, if you're in my Discord server, like I said, I got my ass kicked at work today, so the stream is a little late. I took a nap when I got home. I just like slumped on my couch. I was fastest I've ever went to sleep. That looks a little off. Yeah, no, that does look off. Let's see. What's a better? Maybe just because of the little thing. Yeah, we could put this closer to a wall, to the wall. doing well. It's just very hot for the last days. I got lucky. It rained where I am. Yeah, that looks way better. It rained, so it's like cooled off a lot from when it was earlier today. It was like in the, I think it was going to be in the 80s, but it started raining. Now it's like chilled out a bit. I guess I can't pull it up. Yeah, I know. Lucky me, the lucky Hismora never fails to get a good day. That's not true, but alright. So we do need a wall here to emphasize this is stairs going down. Something like this. That looks weird. I guess because of the brace being right there. Let me try something with like. Do be more patient with me on these type of things, chat. I am more of an outdoor map maker than an inside one. Something like this. Oh, doing alright, mostly reading and getting through FE4 binary again. Binary like you're trying to learn the code of FE4. I need to learn coding. So I'm working on my own game. I've got the like I've been working on like the layouts, what I want to do. I even got like some characters and weapon ideas in mind. I just need to start. I'll probably start on the story first, and then I'll work on the maps. See where it goes from there. That's good. And if anything, this is probably too small, but we could change that if it's too choky. Actually, no, it's a mod to F. It's a mod. It's a mod to FE4. It has the file because of the team it made. So, I think we could probably. I wonder if there's a way. I could probably if we could probably I'll probably change it later if I can't. But we could probably make it where you had to visit the three. You gotta visit the three other runes first, and then you go into the big one. We could have the big one be right here, and then you have to revisit it like once you get everything done. So let's just go under that presumption that it is like that. And that door is small as shit. It's not the size of the door that matters. The issue is I don't know how you could code it where you can't just simply lockpick it. Yeah, something like that, and then it's more even. Yeah. Looks decent. Okay, cool. I did it by accident once. Man, imagine that being the way, how you learn to do something is doing it by accident. I was like, what the Yeah, we could have a rune up here. Probably make it a more smaller, and then we could find. Maybe. But I also feel like there'd be a lot of empty space back here. Yeah, well. I mean, now we can use some of these thicker walls. Now we can keep that. Still, that door feels kind of... Wish there was a bigger door. Like, at least have like a middle thing in between this. Oh, well. Is it uneven? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm counting that horribly wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I guess we're on the third way here. No, that's even. It's just, I'm happy to finish. You know, we can save the asymmetry fuckery for later. So, while we're here, I guess we could talk about. So, there is a good chance I'll be off work for 2 weeks for personal reasons. I won't go in here. So, I'm thinking for those 2 weeks, we could do like either an AS Ironman marathon, like where I just play AS till I beat it with doing an Ironman challenge. And if I do it too fast, because you know me, I'm mechanically skilled and all that and whatnot. I think we could continue the RS all challenges, but they did just now drop another patch, and even in that patch, it looks like it's bugged. Apparently, one of the chapters, you could do a repeat on one of the triggered events. Man, but I won't say anything about RS bugs. I feel like they're bound to happen from a small team. And they're probably working their asses off to make it, as polished as they can. That doesn't work at all. Probably just make it a wall. Yeah, no, make it a wall. Oh, that's why it's... Okay, I get it. It's a 10x thing. Basically, John, he stands next to a cutscene door, gets infinite actions. It isn't the game breaking. It's only one tile. Man, I still question how people find bugs like that. Like, I feel like I know some bugs were by accident. I'm pretty sure that Asmodeus glitch I found where the grand skip is what I named it. I'm pretty sure the grand skip I found that by complete accident when I was doing it. God, it's gonna fuck with me. Okay, that's better. That looks way better. Huh. Like I said, like I was talking about Asmodeus glitch. I found that by a complete accident. I didn't even like notice. Like it didn't even kick in that it was a glitch till like I accidentally triggered it and it skipped. I think it skipped chapter 5 and then went straight to whatever the paralog name the guided name is. I forgot. Of the chapter before chapter 6. It's probably a bug who happened after the rebuild because it was working well with nicer space, but it breaks sometimes. Things just happen sometimes, like a glitch in GTA San Andreas, where if you drink just too much soda while standing in front of the machine, the game crashes. Yeah, funny things about programming. I can't wait to see what bugs I had to deal with when I start mines. I'll hopefully have somebody helping me with the programming stuff with my ROM. I got lucky enough to got somebody who says they know how to do custom spriting and willing to help me. That's a funny bug. No, I kind of wish the asthma skips was still a thing, because to be honest, some maps ugh, they prevent me from going on another RS rant. Let's just say a lot of the maps in RS are not good, and I'd rather skip them, even if it means like my Gideon is weaker and I had to deal with no Grant. I still don't know why they made it where Gideon gets weaker. I feel like that's a weird way to punish the player. Kind of makes it. Maybe this one looks better. No, it doesn't. I ain't defending 7. You can say bad about 7. See, I'm 7. That's the Mortimer defend chapter. That one is bad. I think that one's grown on me a bit. I don't think it's as bad as I originally thought it was. I still think it's bad though. I don't know why. I don't know what Mangs is smoking when he was like, man, I can make Battle Before Dawn work. Like the. I feel like that's the idea of a lot of Meng's maps. It's like, man, I want to try to make this bad map in the base games work. Probably, it's gonna be weird to find a way to make this look decent. I think Chapter 8 sucks. I think it's mostly just because of Aurelian himself. To be fair, it is Battle Before Dawn, but better. Yeah, but you're saying liquid shit is bad, but hey, at least this one is solid shit. Yeah, come on, LTA. You're still comparing shit, but comparing shit at the end of the day. It's gonna be a weird comparison. You know, my dad watches these, and he's gonna hear me say it's shit, comparing shit. It's like saying, man, do I want stomach cancer or colon cancer? It's comparing that. I'm trying to think of how I want to. I don't want to make this look natural, because this kind of just looks weird. No, we could probably add a thick wall. Something like. No, we want it to be thick, but it also covers all 4s. Wait, I already used that towel. I can't tell the fucking difference. No, we can make it. You know what? Fuck it. We can make this work. And then. A fucking toothbrush playing on my song. I didn't want to die by fire being shot. That is an apt comparison. I think the only thing I like about Chapter 7 is the Easter egg with if you get Mortimer to promote before the map ends, he joins your party permanently. I think that's a cute Easter egg. But it also raises continuity issues, but since it is totally not canon, I don't think it matters. Is he even a good unit? I know somebody did it, but and he caused the bug where his own father would kill him during the siege of Holtmeyer. We gotta add a pillar here. Oh yeah, Mortimer is one of the only units who uses Hellfire. That is a great point. You didn't know that? It was in Mangs' secret video he did. I think normally I'm really against secrets. I know I said I'd do the RS review. It's gonna happen. It's just it's probably on permit. It's kind of on heavy delay as of right now since the whole DLC shit dropped, and then because man, fuck me. You know, it dropped like it got announced. I think the week I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start my channel up, and then we can start doing the RS stuff. But yeah, it was one of those things I got like it's one of those secrets I'm okay being a secret. Like it's funny and like normally nobody would do it because Mortimer's actually really fucking weak on his joint chapter. Obviously, because he's supposed to be like Zephiel. Yeah, I don't think. I went too far back. No, they're on the same tile set. I like my chapter one one with the secret house. I think the only secret I think I found funny was I think the Jack thing is. I think everything dealing with Jack is kind of funny, in like a cosmic sort of way. In a cosmic sort of way, yes. Okay, then. I'm gonna set a thing here. So we do want this. I'm gonna set it like this. We're gonna make this the obviously final big bad room. This obviously won't be the final design. Obviously, we're gonna probably have to change it once we get to it. Probably bigger. Do we want this bigger? We could. Jack is funny. I like Jack. I think he's like a cute idea. I still don't. I still hate the fact that they gave him his strongest skill at like literally the final map in the game. Said map you don't even really need to play. You could probably just fall asleep during chapter 10 and like unless you're playing on higher difficulties, you're not missing much. Outside of the story, I guess, but like no, we definitely don't want to do that. We could probably make it longer to make up for the fact that we can't have it all the way out there. I feel like every one positive the light sprint gonna kill Thorgrim if you don't look. That is true. That is the only thing preventing that map from being like a sneeze fest. Actually, when I did it on my when I was doing it on my that one where I had a crack Helios, straight up all the light sprints went after the Steel Knights because I chose the option to have more Steel Knights in the final map. Okay, I think this is big enough without it. Like, it takes up a good chunk of the map, but it doesn't take up too much. We're going to add more to this room last, because it is the last room, and so we could... I feel like the light spirits are like the Mangs' like way of saying no, we don't want the player phone. Oh, there's also those pirate ships. You got to destroy the pirate ships too. I remember when you could rescue people. So they like even like did preventative measures to make sure you can't skip the. I'm pretty sure you can still like. Did they just disabled rescuing altogether? Is that like an actual like thing they have coded in the map? Let's make this map. Let's make this part look actually somewhat decent before we fuck off. The first version was no ship nor light spirit. Then you would run into the issue where like you can literally cheese the final map. I get it. No, I get why they want to change it. Mangs does want you to play something he made. I get it. The killing the loyals was making unpromoted unit spawn. That one I think they changed, right? Like if you kill all of them besides what's his name, Lucian, kill all of them, the units just stop spawning. No, do we want this? No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong. What do we do here? Want that here? Yeah, that looks better. I don't know. I want to like chapter 10 because like even as much dog shit as dog shit as the story is of RS, at least I think at least chapter 10 feels like it tried to be unique. But God, chapter 10 is so boring. It feels like outside of the light spirits, there's nothing to really worry about because Sorghum's your only real game over condition. The only incentive you had to go outside of Holtmeyer's to get to kill the nobles, which the game makes inadvertently hard for you because all the nobles get a skill. This walls look way too generic for me, but I think they will just work for now. And I think you unlock the chapter you get. You unlock chapter 11, but like to be honest, there's no real point to unlock chapter 11. I guess unless you really cared about the story. Still kind of think Thorgrim self-reviving if you kill him is a fucking cop-out. I feel like they could have made a fake ending. But I also guess they don't want to waste all that space. 10x's heals and oil level. Yeah. Oh, 11's all the scrolls. And chapter 10 is the chapter 11. 10x. Then it's chapter 11 is the scroll one. I have not played chapter 11 to be honest. Then there's the one where there's the one chapter you unlock from all the memory prisms. Because, you know, Meng's likes hiding important story shit behind, like, very secretive shit. $11X is Theo fleeing 11, yeah. And that map is also dog shit, the Theo fleeing map. I'm I'm way too much of a negative Nancy when it comes to RS. I'll probably have positive things to say about it during the review when I start scripting it. Because there's some things about that game I do like, but like, it is hard to like it. It's a puzzle. I guess Meng's heard like people say no, puzzles don't really fit in Fire Emblem. He was like, yeah, I want to challenge that idea. He already made a Revelation gimmick map. He doesn't need to do all that. Yeah, I'm making this room look decorative. We do gotta add more to it once we get back to it. Like I said though, once I start the script, I feel like I'll probably have some positive things to say about RS. Ah, fuck me. You don't have the thrones. You don't have any like backward facing throne. Like. Something like that? No, that definitely doesn't look right. We'll sort it out when we get back to this. Improvising on that whole ruined, like big ruined tile mat thing. Yeah, they don't. I'll just do this let's fill this out a bit. Alright, so this is like the final room, so we're gonna get back to this because Commissioner Man said he wanted to be looking special and dav. I think we could do this room first and then man, even with that nap, still tired, damn. Also, you know, it's funny though. I've been thinking. So when I was thinking about like, have I been too negative about RS? I think about it and I'm like, damn, maybe people are just too positive about it. Because like every time I speak negatively about RS, a lot of people get mad about it. And like I get like to some extent, like people don't like it when you talk bad about something they like. Like, damn, I never been told about how wrong I am, even if I make a valid point. Like Hanukkah's whole nullify thing, because apparently, how's the how's Lance? What the fuck am I on? How's the house ring girl? She was able to get one shot by a great bow, which is okay, because she's on a pretty avoidy based tile. I think she's on a gate tile. No, I feel like I could get. I feel like I'm not the best at explaining it through text, so like I feel like once I do make the video, it'll be easier to explain it through like voice about why I don't like certain aspects of the game. I definitely don't like the story. At first, I didn't care for the story, but now since like I pay attention to it, I'm like, damn, this is some hot garbage. But I can't stop listening. Nullify is stronger boss only. Is it stronger boss only? If it is, then I could change my opinion on it. But I thought when I saw the screenshot, the person didn't say anything about them being on stronger boss only. Yeah, this just said some hot garbage, but I can't stop listening. Does that look weird? Nah, I think it looks fine. I'm talking to myself. Strong boss, cool. Strong boss, different story because that's optional. I still think a lot of strong bosses are like just not well designed. But like, since it is optional, I feel like I could give it a bit of a pass. That's like probably my whole review on PH mode. It's like, yeah, PH mode's not fun. Nor is like something like I think the only people who do PH mode are like people who just want to see what it's like. I think there's some fun things about PH mode. I like the baguette roll. I think that's like a fun, like a little funny idea. Having like a scroll that like gives you super offensive stuff, but like basically kneecaps the rest of your gross. I think that's cool. But like, outside of that, I don't. There's no real reason for me to want to play PH mode. I guess you get the warp staff more. You get 2 warp staffs, but like deadass, who's gonna go through the hassle of getting the first warp staff? Because I tell you, not me. Now we gotta find a way to fill this out. Damn, this is some hot garbage. Also, I'm gonna be honest. With hindsight, I think I started. I think I still don't like a lot of the RS characters. I keep on saying AS. I kind of fuck with a lot of the AS characters. I think Helios grew on me. I originally thought Helios was like just a nothing burger character, but I think Helios is fun. I think Alan Noor is a bit boring, but main writing women moment. Kind of put myself in a pit here with what I want to do here. No, definitely not like that. No. Yeah, Helios I could see being a fan favorite. Like, I think I find it cute that Jesse's lucky knife was given to him by Helios. I think that's a cute thing. But I like Helios. I can't say anything negative, really too much anything really negative about him. I guess maybe I feel like I could call out the fact that his death kind of feels contrived. Because oh, less hit more him dying, more how the fuck did Alvaro survive? Even through all that modification, there ain't no way he escaped that burning room. A lot. Helios had Hellblazer too, which so he had literally Alvaro had all the odds stacked against him. He probably only survived because of plot armor and just I guess Mangs didn't think oh wait a second, I don't think you can survive all that. Is am I wrong, LTA? Did they explain it? Did I just skip over the dialogue where they explain how he survived? Am I an idiot? Am I stupid? Is there a lore reason why I'm stupid? Damn. If we could find a way to patch this bottom piece up, I think this will look beautiful. And we have this be the first room, ruin room. Yeah, no, Alvaro survived because of plot. That's dead ass just plot armor. I can't defend that. Mangs, I feel like kind of dug himself in a bit. No, apparently Astrid. So Astrid, when she get hit by the gaudy light beam. Yeah, no, because I mean, I feel like to be honest, I feel like what Helios. I get they probably didn't want to do it for gameplay reasons because Helios is probably your best Hellblazer user. But what Helios should have done was say, "Hey, Dad, take this Hellblazer with you. So people don't, so we don't risk losing our regalia, and so he wouldn't have the regalia in that situation. Even then, Alvaro shouldn't have survived. I think that's my biggest gripe. Helios, I'm pretty sure you could do a quick 1-2 sentence of why Helios shouldn't want to have the Hellblazer. But outside of that, that chapter 10X is boring. It's not a good map. But story wise, outside of that reason, outside of Alvaro surviving, I think it was a decent story. And I kind of feel bad for Eleanor, but eh. Also, I don't think she is pregnant, but if she is pregnant, it also kind of makes that whole tale more tragic. Cassandra would have taken Hellblazer frame 1 with Helios would have been back in Flameguard Castle. Yeah. Cassandra would have either took it back or Lord Flameguard, whatever that guy's name is who was running Flameguard at that moment. Cassandra would have took it back. He would have either asked for it back, unless how did I forget his name? He's in both ASRS. I want to be surprised if it's revealed Helios survived and got transformed. I think he did. Unless he burned himself into such a good enough pile of flesh where Alvaro can't simply you can't use it anymore. The only thing I kind of think they should do is just confirm that Eleanor is pregnant with Helios' child. And I think outside of that, which I think they're probably going to do, because I don't think we have a canonical Flameguard character outside. Because I think Jesse and Natalie would be too old by the time AS2 comes around. There was a proposition of the script where Helios said, "I was planning to use Hellblazer against you, Alvaro, but Cassandra took it, so I went with Plan B." If that was in the script, I wouldn't be. We wouldn't be having this. I mean, I still have this rant because I still don't think Alvaro should have survived that whole hell barrel blast, but I could still. But at least now I'm why didn't he also, since he had a Hellblazer at him at that time, why X, Y, and Z? I feel like Mang's just too scared to have characters. I feel like Mang's introduced so many like fan characters, like Ashford. Ashford, like I get it. It was cute. It was a cute novel idea, but like Ashford, she should not have survived. Technically, she wasn't even attacked by it. From what I read, she like she was witnessed the attack. Was like, man, I'm gonna look into the obvious gaudy light beam, and she blinds herself. Like that is the dumbest thing ever. Ashford was who forced Ashford in. The Greyside could not have been. The Greyside held Meng's family at ransom, and it was like, put Ashford in this game now. Yeah, but it was like no. Ash was a pretty big. I get what you're trying to get. Like say like at least Ash has a reason. Ash canonically said, "I don't have all Lord Pygon's flower here." So if she still revived after being hit by the Gaudy light beam, that means Pygon, even at his weakest, is stronger than just as strongest attack. Well, assuming just as strongest attack, it probably isn't. Manx forced it. Manx forced it, bro. Manx man. Get that man away from the pen. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the best writer myself. I mean, if you read the one support I had in the doc, it's pretty cliche shit. But like, at least like, I'm not like having continuity errors in my own about my own game before it even came out. Nah. Oh yeah, I forgot Greyside did join the team. Good for him. I commissioned Greyside again. I feel like I should say that here. I know I commissioned them for the one art thing. If you're in the server, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, commissioned that, and I'm commissioning them for something else. I'm gotta wait my turn. Be honest, Ash should have not have made it. Neither should Ash. I get they're there for fan service reasons, but like, there's an issue with like fan service and continuity. He's probably gonna like cover his ass up saying, well, canonically, Gideon told Ash to fuck off, which then makes Gideon look. I already think Gideon's kind of like corn in all the worst ways possible. But like, if he did say do that, like canonically he told Ash, nah, we don't need you, then it's gonna make him look even more like corn. Varg, Ash, and Asher was forced to. No, Varg makes sense. Varg makes sense. I think the chapter he joins on a bad chapter for like self-explanatory story reasons. At least Varg makes sense, and I'm pretty sure. Be honest, I'll be honest with the LTA. If Varg didn't make it into RS, I'd been more confused of anything. Like, why isn't Varg here? That looked decent. Should I make that a wall? Just make this a figure wall. It doesn't look bad, but it also kind of looks weird. I'm like, Octavia straight up better than Varg in a less painful map. Yep. The curse of don't let the French man cook strikes again with that map. I get Ming said. I get like, I get that was like a not funny idea. Hey, let's have PH just go all out for a map. Like you should have at least put some restrictions on that wheel. Also, that I get they wanted to do the whole void flare thing because it'd be like cute, But then it brings up an issue of why didn't Bark have it? Like, even if it is just an upgraded Fenrir tome, it's still pretty powerful. I don't know why he just disregarded it. Like, was he just like, yeah, I'm bored. Toss it. Is this? No. So what do you want the first gimmick of this rune to be? I'm thinking sand theme. Okay, the child exploding thing. I feel like it would have been funny, but I get why Mings wouldn't want that. I mean, you already got people who are upset about what's his name? You already got people upset, kind of upset about the fact that Grant could kill Ivani. I don't think we have anything. Grant with atrocity. Honestly, it's like probably and it sucks too because that is his most optimal thing to do in that situation because Ivani's just not a good unit. So it's better just to feed it to an actually good unit. Maybe I don't think maybe I'm hating on Ivani too much because I do see a lot of people like Ivani as a unit. I don't think she's that good. She's a trainee unit in a already she's a trainee unit who doesn't join. Trainee unit who joins at a point where like it's either Ivani is unironically stronger and stronger bosses due to her skill killing more easily, killing bosses easier. Meh. Okay, so I think we're gonna make the first quote unquote gimmick, first ruin room a desert idea. Also, I just don't like Ivani. Can I just say, like, is it wrong to say that? Like, I just don't think Ivani was like, I don't like Ivani. She kind of feels like Sigrid. She's like the whole I'm a cute child thing. But, like, unlike Sigrid, who kind of has, like, a funny thing going, like, there's a funny irony to it. Ivani's just there, and you're like, yeah. She acts like a child, I guess. I guess she has more, like, serious dialogue. And, I know if Callum is dead, she has like a more serious dialogue with her unc. Which, to be honest, I yeah, I wouldn't know. But like TLDR, I think so. When when I think about Ivani, since I'm on the subject, I feel like I can explain it more. At least T0 Ivani has 5 moves. You can she used to have 4. You gotta be fucking shitting me. At least like so what I'm thinking about like with Ivani, at least I can feel not Ivani with Sigrid, I don't know how people apparently Davis says seek greed, and I'm more confused about why he says it like that. But that's what Noreen told me. Yeah. I can't believe it. There was a point in time where Mangs was like, "Yeah, no, it'd be funny." I mean, the trainee union's already kind of an inherent handicap because of how short the game is. I don't know why you want to make it worse. I mean, these are all just Santa mountain things. Man, oh there it is. I'm looking like nothing. Okay, so since you're here, LTA, what do you think about them making Darkholm like just the inherently evil house? That feels like that does feel like FE4 writing, which I guess is a compliment to. I guess Ming Six says a compliment. I I still hate how they made House Darkholm just like I know they're not quote unquote like the evil house. Technically, some of their members are good people. No. But gosh, that feels like a bad like that feels like cheap if anything. It's not bad or anything, but I'm like, man, why are you making like the house that associates with dark magic evil like dark I don't like about Darkholm being an evil house. I like the description of Darkholm of AS just being like nerd hyper focused on one subject. Yeah, be them them being I also like the fact that like they're true neutral, like in the AS, like the whole rebellion. Technically, the only reason why some of their members they only got someone involved is because some of their members were fighting on Jaka's side, but normally that wasn't the case. They wouldn't be involved at all. I like that. I thought that was like a cool idea. Nope. Apparently they're evil, and yeah, they help Alvaro conduct his Harbinger project. Like I said though, I don't think it's bad writing, but I feel like it's just like obvious writing. It just feels like you're wasting a cool idea and just for like he doesn't even really have a reason to do it. Like we already had an evil house. We had House Flameguard. They're like the blatant evil people. Varg allows himself to take a side because he isn't that important to Darkholm. He is never in the house. Yeah, Varga at least has a reason. Anglis only got involved because I think Anglis only got involved by happenstance. Which I think is funny. I like how Darkholm would be unlucky enough to get themselves indirectly involved in the conflict. And I think Amelia works as like a bad person because it's not. It's like let's be honest, she's not. Well, she is evil, but it's like she's evil in a way where like, and she's not really doing it out of like I want to harm others. It's like there's this scientific idea I want to do, but it requires me to do something that's not normally morally acceptable. Angelus was involved because he wanted to help Bob in his mission. That's instead because he didn't like Randall. I don't blame him. I don't want it like Randall either. Excuse me. Alright, so that's many issues, but one of the worst ones in my opinion is retcons. And hell, they didn't even retcon everything that needed to be a retcon. Like, I guess Ming's like, look, I could buy. I'm okay. Okay, I can't believe it. Make not to have another pedo debate. I'm okay with Aubrey being a pedo, which sounds weird out of context, but that's only because Aubrey's like a really shitty person. Caroline being into minors. Well, for one, it was originally said like Caroline was at a moment of weakness when she cheated on her husband, because I think it was sometime after he passed. But then it was retcon that work. He was still alive when she cheated on him, and Jocko was still a minor. So like they retconned damn nothing about all that. Amelia was just trying to make a world with terrorists and humans could live together, and Alvaro just corrupted that idea she had. So, Amelia isn't even really inherently evil. She had an idea, but the idea got twisted. I mean, if her and Bjarke got married, they could just like, I'm joking. I think not every character needed a paired ending. I'm not gonna lie, my music jump scared me when I heard the howls. I was like, what the fuck? What else got retcon outside of like? Wasn't Astrid's whole thing retcon too? Like, wasn't she originally she traded her eyesight for power? But then they got retcon to where she drank a couple of stupid juice and decided to look into a bright light. Nah, that looked fine before. Yeah, excuse me. I think. I don't really remember because Astrid's thing was changed so much. Yeah. And then apparently, apparently they're changing who Jocko's canon love interest is now. That's that would forever be funny to me. They're like, damn, nobody fucks with Caroline. We might as well change it. Honestly, at one point, I did suggest to make her fuck up before 10 because it would be a careless issue. Yeah. She had no reason to be in the Siege of Holtmeyer. And also, you think her surviving, that battle, that even where Ragnar the Red, died in, you think she'd be more acclaimed as a legend? But nah. Which obviously was because it got retconned, where it's like that. If Clock's anything to believe by, apparently Maria got retconned. But then again, Maria's writing's all over the fucking place. She's not a well thought out character. God, I can't wait for that Maria rant when I do my review. I think we could do we could top this out a different way. I fucking hate Maria. And it's not like I feel like the writers wanted, I guess there's like some sense where I think the writers wanted us to like Maria. But no. Maria wasn't retcon. She always was a bad parent. Yeah. I don't know. It depends on who you think. Because Clock said Maria being all that wasn't in his intentional. It's complicated, stuff. I don't particularly. I'm not going to go in here because I don't want to spread misinformation. Is that good? I think that's a decent. This we can always change this like later. Well, we can always change some design parts of this later, but I think that's fine. We could probably fix this wall up a bit more, but I think it works. This is a dungeon, so we could probably put a couple chests here and there, but She said today as we see Marianne eyes of Mortimer. And, oh, yeah, that is a good point. Mortimer does see her in a different light because she liked Mortimer more. Which I think it was retcon to, like, I'm pretty sure it showed, was Mortimer even fucking born around the time before she faked her death? Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. It's been a bit since I hyper focus on AS's story. Again, I think RS does kind of just suffer from the fact that Manx didn't get Clock to do the writing. Well, I think he said he had Clock help supervise some story stuff. Mortimer was born before she faked chapter. Okay. I don't. I see. I am a bit iffy on like when like that whole time stuff. In all fairness, though, I don't think AS explained it pretty well. Hmm. Yeah. Well, at least definitive editions for AS. The definitive editions coming out sometime in this summer. I can't wait to play that. Apparently, they did change some of the support, so like the speedrunning strat is different. When the Cook wrote Iris, Marie, and Kethis into being a threesome. You know what? I feel like that kind of fits Keth's character from what I got from him, like where he would be in the polyamory. I feel like, I can't say that because Keth is like his intended story is that he's not a faithful person, which ultimately was the downfall of his house was that his unfaithfulness. Damn, that is. I want to make a joke about like why did they retcon it, but I feel like I kind of get. I feel like I know why. Come on, Megs, it's. Let's make this bottom half, and I think we could call it after that. Then we can finish the top half. I'll probably finish the bottom half on my own time. We can finish this top half, and we could call it a stream. But it'll still take a bit because I'm slow. I'm slow as fuck when it comes to map making. So, I think. So I'm thinking for my story, I feel like, cause I know not a lot of people are here, so, but I feel like I still own some opinions on this. Is it, so this is more of a balanced question, so answer honestly. Do you think a temporary unit should be inherently strong? Still no wonder how with Gideon and Penelope as parents, Christina's crush sucks so much. I don't. That is a great point. Like, unless it's I was gonna say Fates, but not Fates. Awakening's growth system, but Awakening growth system, your kids get fucking bloated. They're gross. I'm thinking Gideon cheated on Penelope because there ain't no way that kid is like Gideon either cheated. No, Gideon had to be the one because she's Rose Thorn. Chris got all the bad genes. I know, which is weird because like in my personal opinion on like best like units, I think like Lily's a top 10 unit, and Christine is like on the other end of the spectrum. I think she's like a bottom 5 in argument for one of the worst units in the game. Yeah, thank you. I did ask that question. So the reason I'm asking is because for one, he is a main lord. The temporary unit's gonna be a main lord because I. The thing is, I know I've been getting some pushbacks on the gross I showed for my units. Gross can change, so like if they prove to be too like high, or I'm having balancing issues on that, I'm down to change them. That looks weird. Christine's saved from being the worst of the paladins because of paladins and regalia. Yeah, at least she actually has something going for her. Unlike Rolfnir and Rolfnir becomes Jarl, which is an okay class, and Ragnarok's an okay PRF weapon. Elmer just gets fucked like through and through. He just gets screwed over. Outside of Elmer's even more screwed over because his support rewards suck suck ass. Even like Dazzle's a really strong skill, but even then like it's not enough to save him. And like all of his other supports, he gets Lumina from Dawn, not even worth doing. Especially because I think his best class is War Monk, which you have to go into Sage for. He gets Demose from is it Demose or Guardian? No, he gets Demose. Robin's a victim of being recruited at a bad time. That is true. Yeah, and Allflamer also gets Lone Wolf, but it's a chance he gets Lone Wolf. He's not guaranteed to get it. Which I think they should change it like it is a guaranteed chance to get Lone Wolf. Because I think keeping Sigmar alive is a big enough task already. Let's just finish this wall first before I finish the rest of the tile. Seeker's events should be guaranteed. Yeah, I agree. I feel like I get like there's a charm to it. I think there's a charm to the secret events, but I do think like not in the rebuild they should just be 100%.
Definitive edition, not rebuild. Definitive edition, they should be 100%. I feel like we're just past the point where like they kind of don't have charm anymore, and like some of them you do want some of them to actually happen. Like the only like detrimental secret events, the one, the chapter you have help slaves escape. Oh, gotta go see it. I'll see y'all today. Don't worry, we're about to wrap up soon. Actually, I think we could call it here. It's been what's our time? An hour and 20. I think that's a decent stream time. Especially because I will be streaming later today. Because of this being a late stream, it inadvertently went into the next day. Yeah, then I can finish. I can do some touch ups off stream. So, yeah. Let's just write this ROM. I'll save this. I'll get more. I'll finish more. This probably on my own time. Alright. Also, I gotta take this slow because if I do it too, the issue I have with map making, I do love doing this, but if I don't take individual breaks, I start my quality kind of drops when I'm looking at it too long. So, thank you guys for stopping by. Pretty short stream. It still was last night's stream. Tomorrow will be a longer stream, hopefully. I've been just super tired with work and all that. Yeah. But hey, silver lining next week. If I get my 2 weeks of work off, we start a marathon. We can start our first marathon on this channel, and hopefully not our last marathon. So, with that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow if you can, and you have a good night.